I have más preguntas to Dios. I have many questions. Who is Lucian Grainge? Who's this guy? Look right there. Who's this guy? Who's that? I did a video the other day that Candace Owens did of going through the lawsuit. Again, all this stuff is alleged. She came up with this guy. So I'm going to do a little exercise with you right now and say, okay, Google, what does Lucian mean?
Light, according to thebump.com, meaning light. The masculine name of Lucian stems from the Latin word for light.
Il lum manare. We know that it means the enlightened ones. We tend to joke, oh, the Illuminati gonna come. Man, I've been looking for them to call me. All this kind of stuff.
He runs, again, Universal Music Group, which is huge. Well, Rodney, the producer, is alleging that when Lucian would visit Diddy's house, the two of them would go into Diddy's bedroom and be locked up in there for hours. What does that mean? What are we supposed to think of that? By the way, I looked into Lucian, obviously, because I was fascinated by this document. And I find it really bizarre that he completely changed his name. And it's just bizarre that also his father changed his name. In the article, it tells you that his father used to be Sasha Goldstein. So Sasha Goldstein became Cecil G., who gave birth to Michael G., who is now Lucian Grainge.
In order for evil to exist, there must be an environment to nurture it. So I'm going to try to break this down in less than 4 minutes. It's springtime. People are planting flowers. They're planting fruits. They're planting vegetables. That is sowing. Meaning when I go to the store and I purchase seed, when I dig the trench, the hole, whatever you call it, and I put those seeds into that hole, and then I put water in there and allow the sun and the sunlight to do its business, in a couple of weeks I may have something. My wife and I, we planted some tomatoes. We planted jalapenos and bell peppers as well. And they yielded good fruit. Meaning the seeds that we expected to put down, we did all the necessary groundwork, and we got the fruit that we were looking for. It was sweet, it was spicy, whatever we were doing, that's what it was. If I were to sow seeds of discord, if I was to sow seeds of being malicious or sexuality or perversion or whatever that is, if I'm sowing those seeds, I'm going to reap something from those. I'm going to reap a tree of discord. I'm going to reap a branch of discord. Those are the fruits. I started off and I asked you, who is Lucian? The reason I said that is because it's bigger than black and white, like Lil Baby said. That was a line in that song, and I'm going to try to put it in here, where he said, there's things I can't say. And that, I'm paraphrasing. He said, but there's people who can. Light for all humanity is what these guys are doing. And they've established a network. We saw Jeffrey Epstein. His was with the government. But there's one in Hollywood. So when you start wondering, was Cat Williams crazy? Was Martin crazy? Most recently, right? Was Kanye crazy? Jamie, when he was about to do his tell-all book, was Jamie crazy? And now Puff. So I'm going to insert a clip.
It's just like Ciroc. P. Diddy took that Ciroc to the top. When he started demanding certain things, you know what they said? You don't own this. You work for us.
When you sign up to these major companies, these major corporations, and they make you a billionaire, and you're doing all kind of wild shit around them and all kind of wild shit with them, and they make you a billionaire, they feel like they made you. They feel like they made you. So when you go rogue and you get to the point where you go to talking that shit about suing them and and acting like and talking all that wild shit about you this and you that, and you suing them and they treating you some kind of way, and when you go rogue, them people coming.
And all of a sudden, poof. But when you talk about a reprobate mind, or when you talk about this evil, it's when you love the creation more than the creator, more than the Most High, more than Yahweh. And the Lord allows you to go after those things of your heart, those perversions, those unnatural things, those sexual perversions, drugs, whatever those things are. Because how Paul wrote it in Romans, he said, because he's allowed you to do those things are to death, and you will die. I'm Mr. Living Testimony. And what you'll see from me is interviews with people about their lives, moments in their life where they saw, this is my wake up moment. But you'll also see clips. You'll see clips about people's lives that maybe didn't come from me. What I try to do is extract true life stories from people so that I can get away from the facade. But man, when I read you that scripture, when I share that scripture, you're going to be shaken. But this is it. And my only pregunta is, who is Lucian? He has way more money than Diddy. Why is nobody talking about Lucian? Watch my clip from Candace Owens. You be the judge for yourself. I'm going to put this out here, and hopefully this one doesn't get banned.